Hello everyone. I wanted to show you a really neat idea about if you have a basement, how you can set up a fantastic um, prepper storage area for food, and give you a couple ideas. I've been working on this for years, literally years, and I think I'm just about where I need to be. So let me show you a couple things. So one of the things, it's not just food, but if you, I highly recommend one that you get a basement because it's a temperature controlled area. Right now it's about 60 degrees in here, middle of winter time, and so this is a perfect environment for storing food for long term storage. But the other thing is, make sure you get you a house that is has a septic tank because you have your own sewer capability. And so one of the things you want to have on hand is gobs of toilet paper. So it depends how many people I've got to cover, but having these mega rolls that you get from Sam's Club, that goes a long ways. Um, I think right now each one of these bags probably lasts about 2 months in our current household. And then you want to have some paper towels. I got to restock. We're getting a little low there. I got 2 containers of paper towels, Kleenexes, and even napkins. And then I've got an assortment of heavy duty pots and pans for cooking on, like my Cajun cooker, and propane, heating capability. And then we start over here. This is this has got a lot of the freeze dried meats, and some of them are part of kits. These are all Sam's Club. You can buy these things. And then I supplement with canned chicken breast, salmon, some Vienna sausages. Um, and then the other thing is my own stuff that I've canned. So I have a lot of very meat dense that I've done some videos on where I have, turkey, chicken, ham, rabbit, beef, Brunswick stew, which is a mix of all kinds of things. So I think I have about 200 jars, and I plan on doubling that over the next few months. Um, I forgot some other things you're going to need up here. I got some baby wipes. I got, gobs of paper plates. I've got some sterno, so you can cook on, small, warming up different things. I got small propane bottles, but I also have massive propane bottles. Um, you got to have soap. So we use the liquid soap because that's a kind of a nice clean capability. You want to make sure you got some uh, spare toothbrushes, and I've got about 8 tubes of toothpaste. I've got these flossy things that you get. I've got some lighting capability. So there's a bunch of kerosene type candles, and I've got more upstairs. Supply that. You want to have gobs of seasoning because it doesn't matter how much rice you got, rice gets boring really quick. So, over here I've got about, 8 things of salt, granulated garlic. I've got all kinds of bouillon cubes, and then these are, rather than just the cubes, these are bouillon in fairly big jars that you get from Sam's Club. The bouillon cubes are nice because they're already kind of like pre-measured, but it's just not dense compared to buying like this other container. And I've got, chili powder. I've got all kinds of seasoning for like cooking out on the grill, and then, like crystal hot sauce. Um, Another really good idea to get is Lipton onion soup. Sam's Club, you can buy a case of these things. I think there's 12 pouches in each of those containers like this. And I mean, that just goes a long ways. And I use that in a lot of my recipes because it's actually excellent flavoring for just about any kind of soup or stew. And then, so if we start with our regular meals, we've got, breakfast supplies. So I can't tolerate gluten, so I've had to substitute some things in here to help me out. So I've got cornstarch, but we got bacon flavored bits, we got whole eggs, we got scrambled egg mix. I even put, baking powder in here. There's, what is this other thing back here? Oh, oatmeal, granola for cereal. Sam's Club sells these big old things of grits, and those are probably $5 for 3 big old containers. In the South, we love our grits, and that's a great meal for the winter time. I got peanut butter powder. I got butter powder. Whoops. That's more. Honey powder. I've got, honey, peanut butter and jelly for the kids. Down here, biscuit mix, pancake mix, more biscuit mix, bread and roll mix. And those are all the gluten kind, but in these containers I bought 25-pound bags of gluten-free type pancake mix and bread mixes. Then you got potato slices, potato gems, potato dices. Down below I've got, big containers of potato slices, gems. I got, sugar, huge containers of sugar, white rice. I've actually got lots of rice. I filled several of these 5-gallon containers with 25-pound bags of rice. I bought a 50-pound bag to see if it would fit, and I can't quite get it to fit in 5-gallon containers, so I recommend the 25-pound bags. We got all kinds of lentils. I got several totes down there filled with these lentils. I've been buying these gamma seal lids, and I've got more containers down there that I'm going to package up some of these things like the grits and probably the salt, and then I'll put in the desiccant to make it last longer. About every kind of drink. I've got some coffee that's in glass jars in the back, and then Tang, Gatorade, iced tea. We got Orange Delight, Apple, Country Time, Kool-Aid, chocolate milk, powdered fresh milk, fruit. This is a lot of things that people miss. Here's a whole bunch of different kinds of dried fruits. So bananas, blueberries, apples, strawberries, grapes, blackberries. I got vegetable stew over here on the side. Oh, I see. I go move into vegetables over here. And then in the back corner, this is another thing. Storing oils, they don't last very long, but coconut oil, for whatever reason, has a very indefinite shelf life. So I need to order some more of that because it's really nice to use for scrambling eggs and stuff. One of the things I have here is a country cured ham, and those are good to have stored. Down at the bottom are all the different types of pastas, and then there's whole wheat. I forgot to show up here. You need to buy some heavy duty can openers, and then I've even got some stainless measuring cups to go with everything we've got over here. Down here are some grinders. So you get so here's a grain mill. I got a couple of those. If you can buy the individual ingredients, they last a lot longer than if you have the mixes. So that's what I've done as well. I've got wheat down there that you can grind up yourself. I don't even drink, but I bought a case of Jack Daniels that I could use for bartering. Medicinal purposes, I got all kinds of cheese powders, tomato powder, some pinto beans mixed in there. That should be moved over. These are some of the older stuff that I got to start going through now, but I've got scrambled egg mixes, butter powders, gluten-free brownies, gluten-free French bread, bunch of dried fruits, vegetarian meat. I think that's because that just lasts longer. There's also some instant tea in here, egg powder, some of the things we had in the previous areas. But I can't remember if I went through this. We got taco mixes, beef chunks, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, this is what I've been working on for years, and I think this might give you some ideas of what you need to do. It really depends. One of the things I plan on doing in this area is actually setting up like a prep table in the middle of this, because this is a pretty good open area. So I'll probably have a 5-foot long table with some shelves underneath, and then I'll put a nice big wood tabletop on here. But this is kind of where I'm at right now, and I hope this has been helpful for you and give you some ideas. And we're just going to keep working on it. And I hope you're having a blessed day. God bless.